upon you, friends. My name is Azlan Shah, and you are watching Dar Hakikat in reality. I am doing a podcast after a very long time, so if I make any mistakes in this podcast, I apologize profusely. I was busy in some places and a bit occupied with family matters, which is why I wasn't doing the podcast regularly. The episodes you were watching were ones I had recorded and kept in advance. Where is the Google form? I told you wherever you are watching this video right now, in the description, or if you are watching on Facebook in the caption, there is a link to a Google form everywhere. Open it, write your story there, and you can come here. My team will scrutinize it, see if the person is telling the truth or lying. Sometimes my team messes up. That this is fake, so some were fakes while others were actually very good. And I remember I did a podcast with some people who you probably won't see on my channel ever again. Now, I don't really want to name that guy, but that guy was a total cheater. And he was a cheater in the sense that, look, you came on my podcast, you told your stories, but if you then say, hey man, I also do these treatments and I am this and that too, it just feels dishonest. And so, who is this? So many of you watching, some are affected people, some are not. They just have this useless curiosity that, yeah, man, let me get checked. Do I have a problem? So, these people who went to get checked, some people took lakhs of rupees from them, then made fools of them and ran away with the money. People then told me, man, they came on your podcast, you endorsed them, and they ran away with the money. You are saying gas, you should speak as you please. I do not endorse this thing, but anyway. If I say that this is a number, then go to them, that's fine. Other than that, if I am not talking about someone, then it's a no-go area. Is someone's phone ringing? Okay, my ears are ringing. So Farooq Bhai is with me. Farooq Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Wait, are you the one?
By the grace of God, Farooq Bhai, tell me the truth. Are you a friend of mine? Have we had any prior arrangement? No, we haven't. You came here genuinely.
Yes.
Tell us how you came.
There is a Google form in the video description. I filled that out and then I received a message saying that I had been shortlisted and should come.
Awesome. So that's how you came. Well, I have a lot of their stories written down here. Let's start from the beginning. We'll start with the incident at the house in Gulistan-e-Jauhar. Gulistan-e-Jauhar
Is a society.
What is the name?
Roofy Green City.
Rufi Green City.
Perfume Chowk is a quite famous area.
And
If the friends there hear this, they will message me because this has happened to almost everyone in that society.
right, because
It is quite an old and very vast society.
okay,
There are around 700 flats in it. It's that big and it's from back when Johar was being established. And the house we were in, that house was our first owner house. We were the first owners of that house.
I think they were
That was the case. We were there and we moved from there in 2015. When we were there at that time, we didn't really feel like we were the first owners of that house. But there was one thing, what happened with the Adhan in our house was that the location of our house was such that it was a very large society and the mosque was very far away. And even today, there is another building in front. So it was like that.
no,
Neither the sound of the Adhan nor any sunlight.
no sunlight either.
There was no path for it either. In the house, there was another building right in front. It was exactly like that. Like there's a building, blocks were made A, B, C, D, like that, up to J blocks were inside it.
Actually, the exact same thing happened to us as well, where our landlord decided to sell the house for a really, really high price. It was quite a shock.
Why did he give it while living there?
I honestly don't know.
Don't even know that, yeah. It was then demolished and rebuilt like that. Now, even though it was a building, we didn't feel anything strange at that time while we were living there. But when the discussion about us moving from there started, things started to come to light. For example, my younger cousin, when she was born, my mother hadn't gone to pick me up from school, so my aunt was at home, and my aunt.
Younger cousin?
Yes, but when they went to check, she was gone. That's how it used to be there. And it was like, if you know about a joint family system, there are a lot of people. So I used to sleep in the drawing room, right?
Yes.
So I'm sleeping on the sofa, and if you're sleeping with your eyes closed and someone is watching you, you get goosebumps, or you feel that someone is watching you and your eyes open. That happens.
Is
I am sleeping, and why is it sitting right over my face, staring at me? I used to feel that a lot there. Not just me, but my cousins and others who would come to stay at the house also started feeling those kinds of things there. Then, we had a room there. At the time, we didn't pay much attention to the fact that the light would never stay on in that room. I mean, it was like if we turned on the light in the room, the bathroom light would turn off. It would malfunction. There had to be darkness somewhere in that room. It was like that. We never really paid attention to it. That house was already built, the flats were already constructed.
And brand new flats?
New flats.
You were cursing the builder's electrical work.
They messed it up. They did the wiring wrong, all this stuff.
Yeah,
The electrician will come, he'll connect the wire, the light will turn on, he'll install the bulb.
he'll install the holder, it'll light up, eh?
Sometimes the washroom light would work, but the rooms would malfunction. If we got the room fixed, the washroom would malfunction. Then it would happen that the washroom had wardrobes built in. So if you went to the washroom, the wardrobes were right in front of you, and you'd feel like someone was sitting in the wardrobe watching you. You'd get that feeling there. It was scary to look at.
And when did you start feeling all these things? Like when you shifted into the house?
No, no, no. It was very small. Okay. I used to rest when I left the house. 2-5 defense. We are here.
Should
Jamshed Road was a central area. Everyone used to live there first, so we moved back here from there.
since you mentioned moving in this house,
Things started to come to light for us.
okay?
There was a washing window right there in the wall, and it felt like someone was standing on the other side just watching us intently. It really felt like that, and back then I was so small. I just remember feeling completely exposed and terrified, like I was being observed by something I couldn't quite see, and I didn't know what to do. I used to spend so much of my time studying at home, and it was during those quiet hours that I really started to realize just how deeply I was drawn to music. It became such a huge part of my life, and I think my mother noticed it too. She really wanted to see me pursue that passion, and she was always so encouraging whenever she saw me getting lost in the melodies and rhythms that I loved so much.
That's why.
I can clearly see that I am indeed.
But could you explain why that is the case?
I see that, yes, I see what you mean.
That,
There are 7 floors in one building.
okay?
It's a quite big building.
Floor.
It is a very big floor, a very big floor. So, sons used to sit there often, but that day, brother wasn't there. I felt that I saw someone sitting by the window facing away with hair covering their face. It was a woman, and her hair was spread all over her back. At first, I was a bit surprised, but I didn't get scared. I ran from the room. When I ran from the room, then after going outside, I couldn't even explain how to define what that thing was. This happened, and at that time, my age was around 7 to 9 years old. I had a habit of sleepwalking there.
A habit of sleepwalking, yes.
That I would wake up, and in that same room where it was dark, there was a drawer under my bed where my tape ball, cricket bat, and such things were kept. I would wake up, go into that room, sit by the bat on the floor, pull out the drawer, look inside, close it, get up, and come back and lie down. This was my routine, to go into that room in my sleep. Because of me, my family started installing locks and such on the gate, so I wouldn't go outside.
Go out.
So I wouldn't go outside because when a person walks in their sleep, I don't know what I do, and they tell me,
Someone.
someone told me this a lot. So I said it doesn't happen like that. I'm sleeping, I feel like that. Then a scene happened once where school was supposed to be off. I had to get it off. I had to tell my mom, but my mom said no, not off. Now in the morning, I woke up for school. My shoes aren't being found. School shoes aren't being found. Just there are no school shoes. How will I go to school? I had a habit that I would go in a proper uniform. So there, mom was worried. Where did he go? Mom went to sleep, and when I woke up in the afternoon, I took my clothes out of the closet and my school shoes were stuffed inside the closet. So
Did you not put them there yourself?
that's what I told mom, that I didn't put them there. I hadn't put them there.
Because this is a habit I used to have.
It couldn't even cross my mind because I know if mom found out, I'd be.
Then you're in for a beating.
Why? My brain doesn't work that way. I was a very innocent child, but they thought I had put it there myself. It used to happen like that. Then one time, my cousin who came with me, he's abroad now, he and I were playing cricket inside the house. The family had gone out for a walk, so we were playing cricket. We closed all the doors to the rooms so the ball wouldn't go inside because it would be hard to get it out from under the furniture. We closed everything and we were playing cricket, and one room was left open. We said it opened because of the wind, even though I didn't realize that the wind doesn't come here. How could it have come in when I had closed everything? I closed it, then another one opened, I closed that, and all the gates opened, and the drawing room curtain flew up. Those gates were locked from the outside, we couldn't even run out, and then there was our corridor.
And who else was in the house? Just you two.
Just me and my cousin, we closed the main gate. We came and sat in the corridor of the house, and the other gate from the outside was closed, it was locked. The family had arrived. It started happening like that there. And because in our house, we used to be very particular about cleanliness and purity, and we used to do a lot of niyaz, offerings, and such.
That's it. Okay.
So when we talked about leaving the house, it didn't cause any damage to the things there, but perhaps it wanted us not to leave the house, thinking that if someone else came, they might make a mess. These kinds of things happen too.
So is that what you concluded?
We thought about this in our minds, that this thing happened. Our neighbors, may God grant them paradise, they are no longer alive. They were noticing us. That a lot of people started coming to our place, so it turned out someone had cast a spell on them or something, that they were reading things over people.
Reading things over everything.
I won't name them, but their son taught me a lot of creative things, so people started coming to their house a lot, and then a dwarf and a woman. That is exactly what they described to us when they were recounting the details of the encounter earlier today.
Should.
And they told me their path is this room, which stays dark, and they told me something new. Then it used to happen that on our same floor, if I came inside, I used to cycle a lot. So if I was cycling on the floor, it would feel like, who would be running after you? It would sound like the noise of footsteps dragging that. It was very scary. It felt like children were running around during the day. Then in our building, there was a flat on the second floor that had been closed for a long time. I used to go for tuition on the floor below that one.
Right?
It was right below our house, and regarding my tuition, I used to say that at night, it felt like someone was moving the furniture inside that house upstairs. And there was a scene there where our building, our entire society, the garbage dump for the society, was right at the corner of our building block. Now, the thing was, I had an issue in my childhood. They used to say I was very prone to the evil eye, very much so. So, my mom had told me that I had to be inside before the Maghrib sunset prayer, but my cricket was at an extreme level, so I would often get late, and then I was forbidden from going to that side of the building as well. Do you have such an issue with the evil eye that it affects you? Whenever I was affected by the evil eye, my eyelids would just droop completely and I would have a severe headache. That's the state I would get into. So, going through there wasn't allowed. And the flat on that corner, the one whose window opened towards the garbage dump, that was my friend's house too. So she tells me that her grandmother,
Hmm.
we have kept it closed, we've sealed it shut with bricks. The reason is that my grandmother saw something there. She saw a woman in the garbage dump area, and her children were playing with her at night, and she looked up and made a gesture. Ever since then, that window has been closed.
It should be sealed off. I.
I also think that's the case. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me.
How long have all these problems been going on?
Around 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years, this problem has been going on regularly.
Things would fail, and there was a scene where on Friday, me, mom, and everyone else had gone out in the morning, afternoon for shopping and stuff. My brother was sleeping alone at home in the living room. Now, when we reached home, my brother was sitting outside the house.
But why exactly?
Someone must have slapped him really hard because otherwise there is no way to explain why he is acting so strangely. Most of our extended family lived on Jamshed Road, so whenever we had to go, we would leave from there. Now, what happened was that whenever such a scene occurred, my brother stopped staying home alone. He would say, I will go with you too.
Where did you shift from there?
From there, we came to Jamshed Road. Back to Jamshed Road, but we're on Jamshed Road.
Jamshed,
We shifted to the road. Have you seen Parda Park? Exactly, Parda Park.
tires.
Above the shop.
There's a mosque next to it.
Yes, that's the mosque we used to go to. Now, when we were moving to the second house from there, we saw that house in Hyderabad colony
Where the pickle,
shop is.
the backside of Jamshed Road.
We were there, and that was the day the first lockdown was imposed.
This is from 2020.
Yes, it is actually the very same day that the first lockdown was officially imposed, and all of our stuff was already packed up and ready to go. Honestly, that is exactly the day I'm talking about. The car and everything were parked there. It was a penthouse.
I see.
When we first arrived there and the ladies were busy cleaning up the house, my wife decided to go inside. She walked around for a moment and then said, "You know, this house looks so familiar. My own house also looks just like this." Well, that is exactly what happened. It was just like mine in every single way. Simply put, it felt like it was built back in 1964. It was completely surrounded by a dense, quiet forest. Honestly, it was just like the Sabina Gordon house. Maybe she had seen it. She said, "No, I saw this house in a dream." She said, "The path leading up the stairs, they hadn't even seen it. How did they know the path was going up? How did they know about the stairs going up?" She said, no. There was a woman sitting on the stairs in black clothes. Her face was also blurred and black. She said, "Whoever comes into this house, I won't spare them." Like that. That woman used to say this. Now, when my aunt told this at home, everyone was, "It's not happening, it's done." So it was decided that we had already paid the advance for the house, but we hadn't shifted there yet. All the stuff had gone, but we hadn't shifted there. Now, when we hadn't shifted, the lockdown was imposed and everyone was inside their homes. So my brother and I were sitting in the room playing. You know how the lockdown was going? Everyone in the house was sitting in one room watching TV. Now my aunt was outside, so she started talking on the phone, and then suddenly a screaming sound came from inside the other room. We all ran, and when we got there, she said that the woman I saw just came and sat right in front of me. She said, You didn't do a good thing by not letting me in. I don't spare anyone." Now, when we went back there to retrieve our belongings, all our other belongings had already been brought back from there. But it so happened that there was one room where all the stuff, half of the stuff was kept. So we left that house just because of these reasons. We didn't even stay there for a single day. Okay, we didn't stay for a single day, but there was a room there where not all the stuff was kept. Half of it, like the washing machine, table, etc., was kept there. When the laborers opened that room, they shouldn't have opened that room. They were trying to insert the key, so even with the key, it was taking forever. Who was doing that? The laborers were trying to use the key, and I was also present there that day, but it wasn't working. So it was decided that, look, we'll get that lock broken after asking the landlord because we aren't going to stay there anyway. If we get the lock broken, they might unnecessarily create a fuss about these Muslim issues. So that's the scene. But what happened was when we inquired, we found out that the stuff is kept there and that thing is hovering around it.
How did you find out?
We had someone inquire about it, the Imam of the mosque. We asked him, "Brother, this kind of situation has happened, and now we are trying to bring the stuff from there. But there is an obstacle in the way, so please tell us." He told you the thing. So it was decided that I would leave the stuff behind. No, you just left the stuff?
Man, you guys have a crazy situation. Your aunt said something here, and there's another scene you left the house.
No, it's just one such situation where that thing, once it was felt, everyone got a little scared.
So, out of fear, you guys just left the stuff behind. What did you leave? The washing machine? The table was really nice.
Not the daughter, the trunk, there were many other things.
Yep.
Yes, all these things.
So you left it behind?
Left it behind. The landlord once said to open the door and come take it. We said, "No, keep it. We don't want it." Who knows? Maybe that thing is still there with something else, brother. Is that the case or not? Is that what it is?
That's a valid point. Precaution is necessary.
Precaution is necessary.
So you guys didn't stay there then. Then where did you go?
Then we stayed in that same house. Then we shifted from there and came to the big side in Jamshed town.
Which side is number 2?
I have seen the PSF, the Yadgar road, the one with the Yadgar face road.
From Yadgar to Shah Yadgar face, that.
The road ahead.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that advanced CNG and PSO pump.
The place in between on the left hand side.
What kind of? I forgot.
Tell me.
During the days of Bakra Eid, they bring some animals into that same building. My brother's friend, his name is your namesake, his name is Aslan.
Name's Aslan. Oh, wow.
But they saw them run away, they ran away badly. What happened? Their situation was such that they had a habit of bringing the animals in very early. Now, if you bring them early, everyone else isn't free to sit with them at night too, right? Obviously, they are sitting there alone. sitting there covered in dirt and stuff.
right?
They get the urge to go home.
Right.
It's not like a cow would growl at them from behind. Sitting in the dark at night, still doing it now. They came back a second time. Then, when the growling sound came a third time, they saw a girl standing in the middle. Hair on her face, red eyes. She was standing there, and when they looked, she started coming toward them. They ran. They went ahead, and she was standing there. They pressed the lift button and went up in the lift, and after that, they didn't sit downstairs.
The one who said this.
They told this themselves. They told it themselves. After that, we were also forbidden, like, brother, don't sit downstairs at night.
So I am sure if there have been problems there for such a long time, they must still be happening.
They must be happening, brother.
If in that building, what was the name of the building? Roofy Green City. Yes, so the brother mentioned that if anyone lives there, please comment and let us know if the brother is telling the truth.
My two, or rather my brothers, my friends are your followers.
Okay. Then what, brother? Look, if he is telling the truth, then let us know.
No,
If he says it, just roast him. What else?
absolutely. All my followers are from there. I checked just yesterday.
You checked just yesterday? Just yesterday?
Yes, I checked.
All right. Okay, moving on. Kayla mentioned seeing a severed head on Jamshed Road.
Saw it.
The headless one is very famous, on Jamshed Road.
Yes, but this,
My uncle also saw it.
I didn't believe it. But before,
No, well, I didn't believe it either, but the headless one, because look, this headless one used to roam around, let me tell you. On the backside of Jamshed Road, that area, the 381,
the 381, I myself,
saw it.
I meant the same area.
From there all the way to the jail road area, what do you call it? Shahidi Millat Road, even here I would hear it, the headless one that used to roam around here, okay?
I had heard this story. We were sitting and telling stories. We were eating and we were telling stories. So I thought it was a lie. How can it be that a headless person is walking around? I didn't believe this, but in your podcast, 2 or 3 people have mentioned it.
Yes,
That the headless one of Jail Road, so I said it was true.
that's right.
Although you accepted this, you accepted it, let's assume you did.
Wait, I wasn't believing it before. I didn't believe.
This.
Look, and you had seen it on the stairs before, right? You wouldn't have believed that either.
No, I had accepted that. I had accepted that. Okay, then in that house, there's quite a lot of activity too. We were going, right, shifting stuff in that house, like the whole
Yeah, even then, from you.
steal from you in the house. Was there someone like that in that house?
Sir, how will this be cut?
The scene was that Kala is saying that her friends and others were coming back from a wedding at night. It was someone's birthday, right? They used to roam around at night before, so you know how much there were no issues, so people used to go out. Now she is coming and she saw that someone was following the rules. Her friend. They were walking fast, walking fast. And then their house was such that, I'd look at the door first. There were curtains and something like that on the gate, so they went inside the house. As soon as she went inside the house, she saw a shadow in the mirror behind her. Then, when she looked behind the curtain, a man was standing there, sir, with something in his hand. And she fainted right there. She had a fever for 3 or 4 days, and then from that thing,
It could also be a neighbor who might have brought a ladder.
sir, in Mumbai, there is a difference in the man's head too, right?
So he will offer his own head, right, man? If that head is severed, then
Yes. That too. But one scene is that Jamshed Road is so lively at night now that you don't even know where things might go. People don't sleep. Now, I come from a software house, and at night it happens many times that on PCH Road or Kashmir Road, you see something strange or the other at some point. Like, I'm coming from the office at 5 o'clock a.m. So my cousin and I are together. You've seen People's Chaurangi, right? From the side of the nursery where the bushes are made near Kudadad,
People's Chaurangi, so like that.
there's a nursery in front. That's where those bushes are made.
Inside those bushes,
It's quiet at night, and the road was recently fixed.
the one used to be bad.
It's much better now, very good. Before it was completely bumpy, right? Now it's fine. So yes, it used to make me laugh. Yes, 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 yes. So we were passing through there, and in its place, a woman was standing by the bushes and the grill at 5 o'clock. The crowd gathered, and we saw her standing there. Then he shone the bike's light on that side. So, Wajid, what did you see? That something was standing there and then it disappeared? Like that. When do you come to the Islamic College side? Who knows if a woman wanders around Islamia College? I haven't seen her. I haven't either, brother. One time we were coming back. It was around 2:30 or 300 in the night, so they saw that there was a woman in white clothes. She was signaling to stop. Brother,
I think the story is actually inside Islamia College.
yes, I also get that eerie feeling the way its structure is and the kind of silence there, sir.
It's completely closed off, so for me, everyone's.
It really must be.
No, I don't shoot there, but now I feel that the place is perhaps haunted. It feels like that a lot.
It happens sometimes late at night, and I just feel like,
For a shortcut,
no, I tried to pass through there for a shortcut, So from there, and it's built in a way, like how that vibe comes.
it's a lot.
Yes, I mean, buddy, there's a building built in front of it too, so there's some liveliness there.
Is this for MC?
It's built under the name Saving Home, right? But it has brought some life to the place. Otherwise, it would be completely deserted. It was just a few days ago. I was coming from the office and I was alone that day, not with my colleague. I take a shortcut for the month. Otherwise, I'd have to go all the way around Kashmir Road and get down. How do I get out? I made a mistake, Farouk. It's so quiet, so very quiet. It feels exactly like pin drop silence. That kind of vibe is there. Like that. Then even now, the night scene of Kashmir Road is like that.
What happened on Kashmir Road?
It happened on Kashmir Road that my cousin, he saw that,
The one who came with you?
yes,
Okay.
that he was coming on Kashmir Road. He saw, bushes like this, the whole road.
It was blocked.
He saw that his bike was moving. Just a man is crossing the road. So he would cross the whole road, brother, and go and stop on the other side. While crossing the road, he just disappeared in the middle of the road. I haven't even slept at night because of that. What's the scene? But it happened like that.
A similar incident happened with me there too, let me tell you. If you are coming from the Shahidi Milat Road, there is a turn on the left side, the one that goes up.
I understand.
Then I came from under the bridge on the right side, okay?
Yes, the one where the halt was lit up, that one, you broke it.
The one I broke. That was under the underpass, under that bridge.
Underneath.
So, what exactly do I see here? It looks like there is a strange white thing sitting right in front of my car. A completely white thing was standing there, so white that its hands were white, its face was white, it was like the light was bouncing off it. Okay, I looked once, then I looked again and thought, oh, what was that? What was that? It shone so brightly, and now I realized, Master, there is something here,
Something.
right? And that place is too.
There's also like that. Even if you go there normally during the lockdown days.
Yes, 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 yes. No, even now, if you go at night, the situation there feels off. The next day, I often pass by there, and it's usually around 2:30 a.m., and now it was in my mind that, man, there is some scene here. So I was just driving the car along, and suddenly I saw this strange white thing standing right in front of me. I immediately stopped the car to see what it was. I'm telling the truth, who was it? I stopped the car. I rolled down the window. I still didn't understand. There was a lot of light falling, and I could only see something white shining. I slowed down the car, rolled down the window, and brought the car to a stop right next to it because I said I have to see. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to sleep. So it was a beggar asking for money.
So fair skinned.
Yes, that is correct. They actually had vitiligo.
Oh, I see.
They had vitiligo. Their skin was completely. And so I went ahead and gave them the money. Absolutely.
A greeting to scare.
Walaikum assalam, I replied. And I left. Now the point is, if I hadn't stopped, this would have been a topic for my podcast.
That's the thing. Hey,
I'll mention on the podcast that this happened to me.
I saw one thing.
But the story is that the uncle's scene is that he only stands there after 12 o'clock, around 1:32 or 3. If you want to check for yourself, go after 12 o'clock. He will be standing right there. Where he comes from, how he comes, how he leaves, I don't know. He stands there every day. You can go and see.
No, I don't want to see.
Don't watch it, then you're a coward. I know you won't go. But yes, that gentleman is there. You are such a scaredy cat.
Dude,
You become such a coward. Raise your hands up. Look, this is a picture, and the boy is studying, mashallah. That's a good thing. One should keep studying, but being scared is justified. It's okay. I also get scared.
there's something to be afraid of.
Eyes widen.
Now, there is one thing one should be afraid. If a person comes in front, one should be afraid.
You shouldn't, right? Hey, listen to me. Look, I used to go to Basera. That's right. Now, when I used to go to Basera, a lot of incidents used to happen to me. Yeah, I've told this 10,000 times. There was a gentleman with us who left us and passed away, Furkan Bhai. What I won't do, but the good news is, guys, Furkan, come here for a second. Furkan is here. Furkan Bhai is here. I have missed Furkan Bhai so much, guys. Do you remember this face? He used to go with me to Basera. Furkan, thank you so much for coming back. You're not scared anymore, right? Thank you so much. So Furkan Bhai is here. He had quit thinking, man, I go to such strange places, so I don't want to do this work. I'm leaving. It was useless. You came back after 8 or 9 months or a year. 7 months, right? After 7 months, Furkan Bhai is here and I am very happy, Alhamdulillah. So, fear is something that resides in a person's heart. Are you scared? Take it out. Nobody can do a damn thing. All these boys who have become paranormal investigators these days.
Content creation.
No, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with them doing it. Like Fahad does very good storytelling. He goes to haunted places. Same goes with Jahan Zaib. Same goes with that guy.
Sajad Salim.
Sajad Bhai, he goes to places now.
SHD is coming to them.
Oh yes, sorry. You are right, they also go, but we can go to senior people. I am talking about the young ones. Dildar, he is, well, it happens. Then we have Fahad, Jahan Zaib, Adil, and Adi. Since both of them actually have the exact same name, it gets a bit confusing with these guys, right? There was also that screen squad, right? So that thing is, what are you puffing, brother? No, what are you puffing, brother? Tell me beforehand if you are doing some kind of magic or something. What are you doing? You are breathing. You are breathing comfortably, taking such breaths. Anyway, so these people, they go to these places, and what do they say? Why is that one laughing? Why don't they bring them in by turning to the side? This is that kind of effect anyway, so they don't get scared. There is no fear in their days. And their psyche, the other creatures, they also have a psyche that if he gets scared, then he has to be haunted. And if he doesn't get scared, then we can't.
Bye.
That's right. So big rocks used to pass by from the sides. We didn't feel it.
And
We weren't afraid, so that's why we used to do it openly.
now you are saying
They absolutely cannot cause any harm. I left the house in Jamshedpur and just left it behind. They really cannot cause any harm, and they are certainly not entering from that narrow lane right next to Islamia College, okay? Moving on, office stories. What kind of stories?
it is a true office horror story.
Horror stories, have you heard? Have you heard about our office?
Stories.
Are there?
But yes, that is exactly right.
Not long, we have a place here. The room is locked, meaning moved forward, you know.
Now the scene is that inside our office, why some child wanders around.
Okay.
Now, if we go into its backstory, what we hear is that the person who owned the place, one of their cousins had brought the owner's child there and locked them in. And out of fear, they didn't tell anyone, and the child died.
Dude, is this some Bollywood? That's what I'm saying exactly.
Exactly. Now, this is just something heard. Whether it's made up or not, yes.
Oh, no. This is something even we don't believe in. This story doesn't seem to have any substance. Tell it with some substance. Maybe it'll get interesting.
Now, the thing with that child is that they don't cause you any harm. They're just playful, the annoying kind. They'll make fun of you, tease you, like if you're sitting there praying. Now, fans and such are on. It's winter, so there's no window either. It will feel like someone is there. Someone is there. Now, while praying, wait, I felt like there was a shadow in front of me. It happens to me, like a sixth sense or instinct, For me, my ear heats up. This one gets red and feels hot. When it gets hot, I get this feeling that someone is standing behind me. Now, wait, when I looked down, there was a shadow in front. Apart from me, I was alone there. I went into prostration, sajda. Then, when I got up, I saw a shadow. When I went the second time, it disappeared again. Then my ears started heating up a little. I went into that position again, but it didn't appear. I was feeling like it should appear, but it didn't. When I finally got up, I was a bit worried. I recited the tashahud, performed the taslim, and immediately got up without delay. It's like this, something is visible on that side.
Which area is the office in?
I won't tell the area, otherwise they will.
Will tell. What's in the area, brother? Tariq Road. Tariq Road. Is the area on this side of the Liberty signal? The building is yellow. There is a bun kebab shop right next to it. And behind it, there is a kachori shop too. You must be going at night during their time, right? No, I go during the day. Go during the day to see it. A little bit past that, I'm at the kachori shop. So have I arrived? No? Have I arrived? I have arrived. I've eaten the kachori and come back from there. Move on from there.
2 streets ahead.
2 streets.
2 streets ahead.
This is what's left. Anyway, moving on then.
So if you look at the scene over there, it actually looks quite a bit like this right now.
It's about the scene of that building.
You know.
It's not from today, it's very old. There's a scene with its parking too.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
No, the scene there is quite
a lot. Then
So my cousin is my colleague at the office and he saw that. He was going and in the other room there's an entity, something standing there. It was standing in grey clothes like that when you go. You see it's dark there and it's standing there. You come back, you turn around and think, brother, what is this thing? He went back and it was still standing there. He turned on the light and saw it.
Must be the HR manager. We have one here too. It's clearly visible in the dark.
What time was it?
It was
afternoon time.
Afternoon time, okay.
Because it was afternoon, it was daytime, and we clock off at 5. Like that. Now, on the third day, the same thing happened to him. He came upstairs, he opened the gift, in front of which frame he closed the gift. No, I have to go inside, I don't know, go upstairs. When we went upstairs, we saw nothing. He said, brother, this just happened. Now, whenever we go together. No one sits alone.
Today he brought everyone along.
Yes, he came with me. He doesn't sit alone. They stay in a group.
You guys stay in a group?
Yes, there's a group of 4. All 4 of us stay together. So we have a room upstairs where the server and other equipment are kept, that server room. He was sleeping there. The noise won't wake you up. You would wake up startled? Now you woke up, he woke up, the ones who are partners, they woke you up immediately, shook you. Did he wake up? No one. He got up quietly, went downstairs, came to me and sat down. Is that what happened? A lot of scenes like that happened there.
And the building is old too. Well, they've renovated it a bit now. It's not that old, but it is old.
Quite a bit.
And there are stories from there. I've heard them for 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4. I mean, the old neighbors said, what's going on in this building? Which building are you talking about? I know, I'm not talking about your building. No, my building is quite far ahead. Okay, you must be talking about that building. I've heard about it. So, further down that same road strip, there are many such buildings built there.
It used to be very quiet in the alleys there at night too.
The alleys are very quiet, buddy.
Ground level alleys, everyone.
Buddy, the ground area, how could you even reach there?
I have friends who live there, you know.
Oh, I see. I've heard about things happening around Babu Red's ground too, but God knows best. If you've lived in that area, I'm sure the area known as Pieces Block 2 is very old, and there have been many strange stories there. Even in those narrow, dirty alleys, there have been some major incidents that...
There are also alleys built behind the front of everyone's houses.
The alleys are built now, right? There are alleys, but they're dirty alleys, dirty.
Alleys, waste, and everything, yes.
Yes, so there are many stories and tales about that place too, and in the same way. The area behind Peace Stress Block 2, where the Gauzia Mosque is located. There are many stories and tales about that area too, regarding building houses around the ground and near Block 6 Ambala Bakery. There are many stories and tales right near Ambala Bakery as well. Especially if you go straight from Ambala Bakery, there's a drain in front.
Yes.
That drain area.
The one where the track has been built.
The track was built a long time ago. It went straight from the track.
Not on that side, I mean towards the trauma hospital side.
You want rice, but if you go straight from the track where the drain comes, it gets flooded during the rains and water enters people's homes. That area also has many stories and tales. Azika Daniel has told many stories about it, and I have also gone and seen that place. There are quite a lot of stories and tales there. Okay, so that's the whole story.
Actually, there's one, PIB.
What's the scene with PB?
It is the roof of my friend's house.
My friend's house roof? Why wouldn't there be a barbecue? Why barbecue?
We do it, but the scene happened during the days of Bakra Eid.
During the days of Bakra Eid?
To him?
Look, I teased you about the barbecue topic. Look, during the days of Bakra Eid.
Now, he wasn't getting it there. People bring animals like goats and put them on the roof.
That's right.
He came up to the roof in the morning. The sheep were there, their legs tied together. You know how they are laid down for sacrifice? They were lying just like that.
Yes.
Yes, ropes were tied. Listen to what happened. I didn't even untie the ropes, and then I tied them back up and left.
Did no one ask? Someone tie them up or pray?
There's no way, no path to come or go. I came back the next day, and then the roof key is only with him. Like that.
So if someone is coming over the roof, how do they make paths like that? There are no paths.
It must be at night. We were sitting on the roof. There are just no paths.
Interesting.
And there was a scene from Saudi. My friend told me
What is this?
that his dad is a driver, a taxi driver.
Okay, sure.
Now, in Saudi, in the desert areas, traveling at night is very difficult there, right? I think it's an old city, but they took a shortcut at night. So I had heard about that place that at 9 o'clock p.m., someone sees a horse running. There was a lot of rumor about it there at night. Now we went there and saw that a horse was running behind them. They saw it in the car, and they were completely conscious at that time of night. They sped up the car. The horse disappeared. A tuck shop will come up ahead. They stopped the car thinking, man, what's the scene here? A horse is seen running. So he says, right? Look down. So the army guy had horse's feet. Vayubhai fainted. Like that. How long ago was this incident? It's around 2018.
There are a lot of stories and tales, man.
But honestly, I really don't have any idea how something like this could have possibly happened in this way. Like, man, a horse is running and then the man turned into a horse. I didn't get it.
How did you believe that Kala saw some woman sitting on the stairs?
Man, just because she said so, man. But like, no, hey, I'm talking about this very thing right here.
Man, it'll go on. I start messing around when I broadcast. When I get scared, I start messing around.
Now it's like, no. Kala she feels these things a bit too much.
Okay, so you should tell the whole story, man. Kala saw this, saw that. I had actually built Kala's character differently, but now that you say Kala is into teaching and studying and things like that, my audience has been confused throughout the whole podcast. My audience is like, oh man, what's the deal with Kala? So the deal with Kala is actually that she is into teaching and studying, and she senses things, she feels them. The reason is interesting. So man, let me tell you one thing. This horse leg scene, I think it's true. Maybe I feel like it is. Because now, if you take a moment to look at it visually, you'll notice that a horse's legs are actually quite thin and delicate. But when you consider what they must have seen, maybe it's not the legs at all. Perhaps it's your own feet that they were focusing on.
These hooves.
They must have seen these hooves because I have seen one myself. I have seen it myself after the railway crossing.
After.
Yes, towards Rafayam, I have seen this. I had seen a child's feet like that. So hooves actually exist. So it's possible that's the thing. I might not believe in all the other stories, but I could be a little convinced about this one because I have seen it myself. And nowadays, I feel that many people's eyes are not even open. One is that eyes will open and one will see. I don't think so. It's not that much. It's not that easy to open one's eyes because I have met people whose eyes are open and it's very painful. It's very, very, very painful. It's not just anxiety. You are sitting there and you are continuously hearing voices in your ears of my peace of mind. You are seeing mosquitoes, flies, what is there, what is not, but someone is continuously talking, and you go crazy. So opening one's eyes leads to these big problems.
That is true.
This is the scene, Farouk. Would you like to say something more?
Thank you for inviting me, and it was very
nice. It felt very nice that you brought out a story. The main important thing is that when you take out time, and after taking out time, when you write something, you are giving your time, right? So you gave that time, you came here, so we really respect that. Thank you so much for coming. And that was it for today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section what is your feedback regarding this podcast. And for those people, the society that the brother mentioned, if you live there, then please do confirm in the comments. Tell us, give your feedback on what the situation is right now, what is not. And thirdly, most importantly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Pakistan Zindabad. Allah Hafiz.